All right, guys. Let me just take a look here. Just give me a second. Apologies, right, everyone. I'm not sure if I'm streaming to the right group. If you can see this in the non-absolute group, can y'all just type yes into the chat, right? Okay, it looks like I am live right now. Okay, awesome, right? So, hey everyone, thanks for being here today on Decisive Talks, right? You can see that I'm actually in my um, room here. I'm actually at home because my son is sick, so I'm actually stuck at home taking care of him. I know that a lot of people are sending some wishes. I'm very thankful to all of you. Just that he's just suffering from some simple runny nose. Just that because of the COVID scare that's out there, the childcare wouldn't take him, so we're just taking care of him at home right now. So everyone who don't know me, I'm Henry Ho, and I'm an entrepreneur, digital marketer, and most importantly, a software enthusiast. And I'm actually very excited to have Seth, Goyes, and Kaushal, Gajjar here. They are the founders, the co-founders of Pagemaker, right? It's a mobile-first landing page builder with Amazon integrations, and they are later on going to be adding like Shopify and all that kind of stuff. And in the backstage, I was actually speaking to Seth and Kaushal, and they actually have a lot of experience, doing drop shipping and private labeling, and that's something that I was always excited about because that's kind of my background as well, right? So I'm really excited to have them on to share with you their background, right? So we have Seth and Kaushal, right? How is it going? You Hello.
Hey, hey, how are you? How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I just gotta take the day off, right? Take a day off, spending time with my kid. How about the two of you? What time is it in where you are right now?
So I'm in India. It's 11:30 here.
All
And
right. How about you, Jeff?
I'm in Greece and it's 9 a.m. right now.
Wow, that's really early, right? So Pastor and Seth, right? Who would like to go first?
Pardon?
Which of you would like to go first?
Yeah, Seth
I'll
can
go first.
introduce himself.
Awesome, right? So, Seth, tell us about yourself, right? Where you're from, how did you get entrepreneurship? What did you see and experience that made you want to decide to jump into the nice business? Because you see that you're doing drop shipping, and I know tons of people that make a lot of money through drop shipping. Personally, my business partner has a brother, and he's making a lot of money through drop shipping as well. And myself and my partner, we are also doing private labeling. So what made you decide to also challenge the SaaS business as well?
Awesome. Well, my name is Seth and I'm from Toronto, Canada. I got into the web development business about a decade ago, working with on projects for SaaS companies building websites. Are you guys able to hear me properly?
Yeah, we lost a couple of words there, but we can hear you. Yeah, just go ahead.
Cool. Yeah, so I started about a decade ago working with Kaushal, building websites. And then from there, it snowballed into building technology and building smaller tools. And then we did Landing Page Dude, which was to serve clients that needed landing pages for e-commerce. And once we got a taste of building landing pages for really successful campaigns, we ourselves got into e-commerce through drop shipping. And so today we're doing the private labeling. So all of our experience working for clients, building their landing pages, building their technology in this e-commerce space, kind of got us hungry to do it ourselves. So PageMaker is the brainchild of our experience working in the landing page industry, as well as having our own e-commerce brand and wanting to put everything we learned into a simple platform where people could take our landing pages and build high converting campaigns for themselves.
Yeah, awesome, right? And how did you end up in Greece? Right, so you are like a digital nomad as well.
Yeah. So So my mother is half Greek, and I've been coming to Greece for a very long time. So usually around the summer times, I escape Canada and I just come to Greece just to work here and kind of enjoy the weather and the beaches. And it's better to work from here. Yeah.
All right. So, how about you, Kaushal? Right. I think that Seth has a very interesting history. Right. You guys worked together for so many years. Right. Starting from building landing pages together. Developing all these websites together. Then jumping into your own e-commerce. And then now into the SaaS business. Right? How about yourself? Right. What's your background, Kaushal?
Yeah, so I'm in this IT field from last 10 years, and we have started the agency which is serving the domestic and international clients with the technical expertise. Like we are doing the Shopify development, WordPress development, the back end and front end development. We do the mobile apps development. So I have a team of 40. So with the team of 40, I can manage any technical task. And Seth having a vision of landing pages, and he is having an expertise in creating a CRO focused landing pages. So with that said, we were working together from last decade, and from last couple of years, we were discussing let's build a product so that we don't have to create it from scratch, and why don't we make it a product so that people can get benefit from that. So with the 1.5 year of efforts, we created this custom build landing page builder, and now it is creating a very good impression in the LTD communities and other early adopters. We are getting good
Yeah.
feedback, and slowly we are moving in the right direction.
Yeah, Uncle from the long shot, right? He speaks really highly of you. Right? How did you know him? Like how did you get to know him as well? Because all the while he's
So
been when he texts me, right? He's always saying, "Oh, this PageMaker Kaushal is a really brilliant guy." How did you know him?
so I met Ankur on Facebook only. He was looking for a feedback for his SaaS. As a SaaS enthusiast, I generally review all detail. I try to give a feedback to the founders in detail. And
I see.
the same thing I did for Ankur. He contacted me. We discuss many things together. He was liking my experience because this is not our first product. We already did a couple of SaaS before, and this is our upcoming SaaS. So we have a strong experience in building products, and that's why we get connected. I help him to revamp his long short UI. The long short UI
I
is
see.
done by our team, and we are helping, just like him, we are helping many other SaaS as well in creating
Wow.
nice looking interfaces. We have a great team in UI UX and development as well.
Awesome, right? So we have some question in the chat, right? I think it's from Eli. Eli, can we? I'll take questions after towards the end of the interview, right? So it's really great experience from both of you. I can tell that it's a lot of a lot of years of experience in the business, all the way from web development, landing pages, CRO, right, conversion rate optimization, and now into the SaaS business. And Kaushal is even not just developing your own tool. Now you're actually even helping other people to work on their tools as well. I think that's you have tremendous experience, right? And I can see why you have a team of 40 over people working together. This is amazing, right? Right. So entrepreneurship is not easy as well. Whether it's starting a simple blog or starting a SaaS business where you need really technical skills involved. Every entrepreneur faces challenges as well. So I guess this question might be very applicable to Seth. What were your lowest point of your life throughout your entrepreneurship journey? Maybe Seth wants to go first.
There's been a few. As you graduate from being a freelancer, into an agency and then to kind of going into SaaS, there's a lot of obstacles that you're not prepared for. And I would say not quite understanding the full challenges that lay in building such a tool like Pagemaker. When we originally began, there was an idea that, you know, we would have a tool out in 3 months and we would be focusing on certain features. But I think we went in development for about just over a year or so. I would say just the lowest point is not understanding all the challenges behind making the software. But at the same time, it's one of the best experiences of my life because I got to learn, I got to be there with the team and understand what it takes to put out something like Pagemaker.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with that, right? When you are working alone as a freelancer and then moving on to an agency where you have your team members, that is a very kind of it's not difficult, I would say, but it's challenging in terms of like your perception, right? What you focus on is a little bit different, right? And it's not and the approach is very different, right?
exactly.
And I can tell that, you know, Seth, you seem like the kind of person that enjoys challenges, you know, trying new grounds. I like that spirit from you. How about you, Kaushal?
Yeah, so like for a time being, it's not like a more challenging thing for me. But when we started a company, we started with a team of 3. Like we are 3 partners, and at that time it was a struggleful life because we left our high-profile jobs. We started this company with the 3, and now we have a team of 40. So when we started, it was a bit challenging to find clients, grab a new project, convince employees to join the company. But now we are in a stage of a growth, so we are already over-occupied with the task and projects and products. We are stretching ourselves day and night, and you might have seen like how quickly we are pushing the updates on Pagemaker, and so that we are doing for other products as well. So that is how we are in a growth mode for a time being, and struggles are, you know, past. Maybe in future we might face when we are taking a big steps, but for time being it's moving smoothly.
Yeah, I can feel like you know you guys have more business coming in than what you than you can keep up right now, which is I would say a good problem, right, for you guys, right? So the name Pagemaker, right? How did you guys come up with that? Did Seth came up with the idea, or Kaushal? Does it have any meaning behind the name, right? Why like Pagemaker is just a simple name, or did you ever think of other brand names, maybe something Pagemaker, something Page or something Maker, whatever it is?
So it's a good story about that. When about 3 years ago, Kaushal and I had the idea of let's do a landing page builder, but we didn't know where to begin. And the first idea was to kind of go onto a white label builder. And so as soon as we thought, hey, let's use a white label builder, we started to think of names. And the name Pagemaker is intuitive, making a page. And we were kind of just on GoDaddy together. We found the domain. And then, you know, having now gone a different direction and building Pagemaker from scratch, it now makes even more sense. It's literally a from scratch tool, and that's how the name came about. Was just us brainstorming one night and looking for a name to call our landing page builder.
That's very interesting, right? Because as you guys said, you know, Pagemaker is actually built from scratch, right? So, you know, I guess when you say Pagemaker, you're really building something from scratch.
Absolutely.
That's the idea. Yeah. I mean, it's not. It seems like a very simple name, Pagemaker, but there is some meaning behind it, right? And sometimes, because when I ask some founders, right, why the name Writer, right? It's like, you know, there's another AI writing tool called Writer, and I asked the founder, and he said because it is, you know, it's for writers, right? And you know, the perception is very different. It's like from an art perspective, right? It's like we're all together. I'm providing the platform for you guys to write, but we're all in this together kind of you know, idea. And you know, I like those. I feel like sometimes the brand name has is a reflection of the founders, how they approach their tool itself, right? So what do you see in the future of PageMaker, right? And what excites you the most where it is heading? Right? Maybe Kaushal can take this question first.
So yeah, like there is a long roadmap. Like we didn't even plan for future a big future for yet, because our community is very helping us in deciding the roadmap. They are very active, super active. I would say like they are super active users and helping us to decide the roadmap. They are suggesting us the different features, and based on the recommendation, based on their feedback, we are taking this product ahead. Though there is a couple of things that is requested, just like in community, people are saying when the multi-page feature is coming, when the inbuilt e-commerce integration feature is coming. So those are the bit challenging features. So we are currently focusing on the main builder. When the heart of the product is a builder, when the builder is performing well, the other things are just the add-ons on add-ons on a main product. So we will definitely going to work on those features soon. But the core part which we are focusing for next 6 months is a builder. We will make the builder super fast, super useful, like easy to understand, and any developer or a non-developer can easily create pages in just 10 minutes. So this is our goal.
Awesome, right? We got some question coming in, and some really good questions, right? Which I will post them to Seth and Kaushal later towards the end. Seth, do you, yeah. So how about you, right? What do you see in the future of PageMaker? I kind of get the feeling that you are the one that has the ideas, and Kaushal is the one that kind of executes them, right? So maybe we can hear from you as well.
So the future, as Kaushal said, is that we're community fueled, and it's important that we're aligned with what the community is looking for, but at the same time, balancing and prioritizing what's important to us, which is the builder, because we can't keep stacking on new features unless the builder and the foundation is flawless. And then from there, we'll be able to quickly start developing tools to start adding to the builder. But one of the things that we're looking at is we want to bring innovation to the market, like GPT technology. You want to have the native Shopify integrating better tool you can use to connect with different apps. If it's Integrately, if it's Pably. So the future looks bright. It's going to be perfecting the builder, making it at the level of like what you see on Webflow, and then also bringing out tools that people can use for automation and whatnot.
Wow, I mean just hearing about that Shopify native integration, I think that's very exciting for me, right? I'm just tagging some of the Shopify users that I know in the comments as well, right? So yeah, so thanks for sharing that with us. I like that saying that it's community fueled, right? But at the same time, I can tell that because through your tremendous experience, it's not about trying to run fast right now. Make sure that the foundation of the tool is solid before we start moving, right? Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So so could you share about your team as well, right? Like you're saying that you have 40 over people on your team, right? Kaushal, how about Seth? Like I guess you handle more of the marketing aspect as well. Do you have a team that you manage on the marketing side?
So so there's 7span, which is Kaushal's company, which they have 40, and of those 40, I have 15 designers and devs. So we are a company together, and we work together on many products. So for the landing page dude, it's about 15, and then Kaushal has the remaining that's working on technology, that's working on PageMaker, and all the other different tools.
I see, awesome, right? And how are your team like, right? Do they keep you motivated to try and create the vision of Pagemaker that you have. Any fun activities or company culture that you guys have to help the team to bond. I'm always very interested to hear about this because it gives me some ideas on how I can also get my team going as well.
So
Yeah, Kaushal. Yeah.
Yeah, so like as I mentioned, like we started with 3, and now the team is crossing the 40. Just one thing I would like to say: out of those 40, almost 98% people are from the day one. So the people who joined on day one, they are still with us after the 6, 7, or 8 years of our journey. How that is how they are aligned with us, aligned with our vision, and aligned with the company. Now if we talk about the fun activities, we as a founder are love to travel. We are also we are a foodies. So every Saturday, every Friday we have a snack party here. We also every quarters or every 6 months, though due to COVID we stop the things. Otherwise, we love to travel. We take them to the next nearby destinations, and it will be a totally fun activities for 2 3 days, like resorts and parties and all. So this is how we keep them motivated with the other general working things as well.
it's a fun offer.
I would
It's a
I
fun
would
offer.
also, people are just sharing the things on Facebook. I will also post some photos of our office so people will able to see how our office is, how we are working. They will
Yeah,
able to see that as
that would
well.
be awesome, right? To have us get to know your team as well. How about Seth? Right? Do you travel to where Kaushal is, where the office is? Have you? Um,
Yeah.
how often do you visit them?
So Kaushal office is absolutely amazing, and the team is like a family. And I was fortunate enough to go there and visit them. And we also traveled together. We had great dinners, and it's a super big team, and everyone feels like a family. And the culture in there is like what you see, like kind of in a Google startup. And we promise within the next couple of weeks, we'll try to get some videos together because I think you should really see how it looks, how comfortable the people are, and how amazing the space is at Kaushal, and visiting very soon again.
Awesome. Yeah, of course. When the pandemic has kind of simmer, maybe you can visit them soon, right? Are you getting? I mean, are you used to? Are you getting used to the Indian cuisine so far?
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Awesome.
I loved Indian cuisine before coming to India, but when I came to India, Kaushal and his team, they introduced me to so many different foods that to this day that I still want to go out and eat. So I absolutely love Indian food.
Yeah, I think one thing really awesome about the Indian cuisine is that they have so many different spices. Right? I think
Exactly.
that is kind of lacking in the Western world because you guys don't really have that. Natively, you don't have these kind of spice plants, right? So when you travel to India, you get to taste all of this kind of stuff, right? And it's all fresh from their farms over here, right? So, what are some challenges or big hurdles that your company is occupied with currently?
Kaushal,
So, who wants to take those questions? Kaushal,
Yeah,
do you want to
sorry,
go?
can you repeat it again?
Yeah, sorry. What are some challenges or big hurdles that your company is occupied with currently?
So yeah, the challenge is because the LTD community is very, they are looking for features very quickly, and we are trying to give them before their expectations. So that is the only challenge I am seeing right now. We are over delivering what we have committed, and we want to keep that for next couple of years. So that is the only challenge I can see.
yeah,
I see.
it's
That's a good problem.
Yeah, and it's all about the equilibrium, being able to release features, but making sure the attention is on support, and then the attention is on the builder, and then making sure that the design is putting out good designs and the dev is doing good dev. So I definitely agree with Kaushal on that. Absolutely.
Awesome, right? So let's talk about the LTD, right? How do you feel so far about launching the lifetime deal with Beach Ground, right?
It it was an amazing experience because we got to grow a community. We got to get awesome feedback, and had we not started with Pitch Ground and got all that feedback, I think many things would be missing off PageMaker for what you see. So it was an educational experience, definitely for us doing our first LTD, but also being able to build a community that was giving us feedback and kind of fuels a lot of our devs. So that's my take on it. How about you, Kaushal?
Yes, you are right. Like we are overwhelmed with the feedback that we are getting, the users, the community support that we have got, and definitely we will keep moving in that direction.
Yeah, I think that's why launching an LTD is so awesome because we are paying you to be your beta testers and giving you feedbacks. And what I heard from some different SaaS founders is that with your monthly recurring clients, right, they don't seem to give you that many feedbacks like feature requests, but more of just maybe like bug reports. That's all. Right. So I think a good way to grow your tool in terms of feature wise, um, I think is definitely doing a lifetime deal and having lifetime deal owners to and because we're gonna stay with you and we're gonna continue to keep giving you feedback as your tool grows as well, right? So in the landing page tools world right now, there are actually many competitors, right? A lot of email marketing tools also offer landing pages as well. And even in the LTV world right now, there are also a couple of them that are on lifetime view as well, not just on Pagecraft, but other different websites as well. What would you say to get people like myself and others in the community, right, who are actually looking at these other different tools on landing pages to actually take a closer look at what PageMaker is able to deliver. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, like, Kaushal can answer.
yeah, there are many competitors in the market. The main thing that everybody should check is the foundation of the product. When the foundation is strong, you will definitely going to get the good product. Though it is the product is in early stage. Now, if we talk about the other competitors, many, as you said, like many big names are already there in the market. Some of them are based on WordPress, while some white label builders. While we at PageMaker created the custom builder, though it is in early stage, it might be having a tons of new features in coming days. But we have a complete control over our builder. We are moving with the functionalities accordingly. And if we talk about other builders, those builders are focused on web. While we are mobile first, it is the only builder which is focusing on mobile. You just have to design in mobile, and other devices will be automatically get adjusted. Our templates are, everybody is saying and liking our templates. You might have seen the feedback from the community. Like people are choosing the platform just because of the template now. Now we want to deep love into our products based on its features as well. So we are enhancing the features, we are enhancing the builders, the performance, and these are the things which is keeping us ahead from the competitors. Also the speed, as you can see, like we have a big team. We can definitely push any features you know uh, before the deliveries, before the expected deliveries or committed deliveries, and we are already doing that. The feature that was committed on September, December already been pushed.
Awesome, right? How about Seth? What do you have to say to these people who are on the sidelines right now?
Yeah. So there's a lot of great tools right now being offered on many different LTD platforms, and it's very similar to show how you're similar, but very difficult to differentiate yourself. So I think one of the biggest things is that a lot of what we put onto PageMaker is data driven, and it's borrowed from what we do on our agency side. Landing Page Dude has worked with Kylie Cosmetics. We've worked with Shine On, we've worked with Maju and Indusol. These are top 10 global selling brands globally on Shopify. So we take what we learn in terms of CRO, and then we build it into PageMaker. So a lot of the features you see from CDN to the landing page design, it's all borrowed from our experience working with these clients, and we churn it over and we build it onto PageMaker to give people tools that they can use. Whereas it's data driven and they've had success in real market tested areas.
Awesome, right? So what? Just to kind of summarize what Seth and Kaushal has said, right? If you are on the sidelines looking at PageMaker right now, why would you want to take a leap with them, right? It's because Seth is a CRO expert, right? He's a conversion rate optimization expert right here. So he takes his knowledge and actually applies that into PageMaker for you, so that you can actually tap on his expertise in CRO. Just grab his templates, plug it in, and you get you'll be able to get good results with your campaigns. And on top of that, because of the massive team that Kaushal has in terms of development, they are able to push out a lot of features. And I think one thing that is very different is that they have this Amazon landing pages, which is something that I've not really seen out there. I've not seen a product that has Amazon based integrated kind of landing pages as well, right? So I have one last question, right? Before we take the questions from the community, there's so many questions that's just in the chat right now, and a lot of people are asking a lot of stuff. So I definitely want to get to them because there's some really awesome questions in there, right? So we understand that every startup founder would love to maybe have a glorious exit. I'm not sure about any of the two of you, whether let's say if irresistible offer comes to your table, would you guys take it? But some of them have taken that route, and many actually have left the lifetime license owners stranded and abandoned. Some tools have done that, such as PySync, Hitline as well. Some startups they fail, right? Some LTDs they fail and not able to sustain their services. We understand, right? Because they just don't have the capability to continue on. But those who succeed also seem to, abandon the early supporters as well, who funded them their marketing and development budget in the first place, right? So, what is your perspective on this? And would you be putting down any conditions if PageMaker gets acquired, that lifetime license owners are protected? If so, what would they be? Right, it's a tough question. So hopefully you guys can take some time to process before you answer it.
Yeah. So I know with Kaushal and different tools, like there's been many companies that have approached different VCs that have tried it. So it's like there is experience there in having speaking to different VC firms, and I know the team feels very passionate about the tool. So a lot of the times that we've been approached as a company, we've actually turned down as we know that our user base is very loyal to us and we're loyal to them. In terms of making a glorious exit, it's not even something that is on our radar right now. Right now, we're very passionate about this tool, and we want to see how far we could bring it ourselves. And Kaushal could add on top of that.
Yeah, Kaushal, go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, so as Seth mentioned, like we already got some offers from different VCs in India and also outside of India as well. So currently we are not planning to raise any fund or anything because we are already having the two backbone agencies who are funding this product for the time being. We want to take this product to the next level, and then we might think. But always the LTD buyers who supported us on our early stage, it will be always our first priority or top priority. We will always take care that they will get the complete justice or they will get the complete freedom to use the PageMaker for their life. So that's why we have given them the 100 years timeline in their product. When they log in and go to the subscription tab, they will say the product will renewed on 100 after 100 years.
Awesome,
Exactly.
awesome, right? Yeah, because you know, when we purchase a lifetime deal, right? It takes effort from us as well to try and test the platform out and give you feedback, right? And the reason why we are testing and giving you the feedback is so that we can, you know, try and integrate this tool into our workflow. And sometimes we get used to it and we're using it. And like for example with pricing, right? If you know, a lot of users actually make use of them, and not just the lifetime license holders, but the you know, subscription customers as well. They are affected because the tool is just taken offline and being integrated. So and there's just nothing that is you know, as good as pricing in what it does, right? So it affects a lot of people when things like that happens. Let's take some questions from the community, right? There's so many questions. I'm really surprised that, you know, Pagemaker is actually so well received that we've got quite a few people watching the stream, in fact, right now. Let me grab some questions, and I really want to pick up some of the Amazon questions first, because that's what I'm interested in. Hope you guys are fine with that. So we have a question here, right, from Dwi, and he says, "What do you have? What do you guys have planned for Amazon sellers?" Right, because Dwi is a big Amazon seller, so he's right now really considering, you know, PageMaker. What do you have planned for Amazon sellers, Seth and Kaushal?
As as of right now, we have the Amazon API. So we have a native Amazon API. We have the dynamic distribution, and we have landing page templates for e-commerce. Any Amazon seller could jump on the PageMaker, add their URL to the API box, import their products, and get a landing page campaign launched in under 15 minutes. And with the dynamic coupon distribution, you could also build a list for remarketing, for retargeting, for creating a custom audience on Facebook. So as of right now, that's live on PageMaker. As for the roadmap, if you're Amazon sellers and there's things you'd like, we need for you to actually give us your feedback and tell us what you're looking for.
Awesome, right? So if you guys have any feedbacks, let me pull out. You all have the URL for your roadmap. Let me just share it in the group.
One more point I would like to add here is you should currently the Amazon buyers has to set the data. We are fetching the data, but they have to set the things. We are planning a step ahead, like they don't have to do. The data will be automatically filled so that they don't have to, you know, put more efforts in creating the pages. Our main goal is either a user is an Amazon buyer or a Shopify user or a normal marketing agency. The landing page should be built in 5 to 10 minutes. They don't have to, you know, work on a builder to create a pages, because it is already tested pages and modules are there. They just take up the things and the things should be ready. So that is our main goal.
To be honest, that's my biggest biggest one from you guys, right? Is that I can just paste in my Amazon product listing, and it grabs the product image, the pricing, the sale price, and you know, the product description. I think that is just amazing if you can just do that, because it saves so much time grabbing those information, putting in. I just got to make some changes, and I'm ready to publish and start sharing my landing page, capturing leads, and, you know, converting them into sales. That's amazing. Do you have a timeline on this? I mean, I'm just asking for my personal benefit.
So actually, you can see our roadmap. There are tons of things that we have planned and you know, consider in this roadmap. For an Amazon specific thing, we still don't have any specific timeline, or not in a, you know, next quarters. In next 2-3 months, we have not planned anything for specifically on these features. As I mentioned, we are focusing more on fixing the bugs and making the builder more intuitive. So that is our goal. But definitely, Before you said, it is there in our mind, it is there in our roadmap. We know your pain and we will work on that for that for sure.
And if the
Awesome.
community wants it and they keep upvoting it and there's hot demand for it, I'm sure we could look at it more closely.
Awesome, awesome. I see like Pabbly Connect integration here as well. I did you guys a favor as well, and I submitted a request on their end as well, so that hopefully we can
Awesome.
push that through faster as well. Right. So we have a question here: is will CRM ever be part of the PageMaker product? So I guess they want to create something like, I think, go high level, where you have a landing page. You know, it's not just for like e-commerce or lead generation, but you know the entire process of let's say like a lead gen and sales process for what do you call it, the like service based business. Right? Will you ever add a CRM into a PageMaker product?
Yeah, so like we don't want to keep the page maker as a landing page builder only. The main objective is to move ahead and just beat the competition with the offering CRM as well. We are planning to make it more in the direction like a web flow. So web flow having a CRM, web flow having a landing page builder, but it is useful for developers, not the non-techie guys. So our plan to create a web flow for non-techie guys. So PageMaker will be like in that direction very soon. Once, as I mentioned, once the builder will be ready, we have to work on those features to make it more useful for the users.
Awesome, right? So Kaushal is saying that PageMaker in the future is going to be something like what Webflow does, but of course maybe with their own spin on it. Right, that's awesome. Let's pull up more questions here. So we have a question here: is do we get a sneak peek of what the teams or sub accounts look like?
Actually, sub accounts was planned to rolled out on September, but I was in call with Udit. Sub accounts were planned to launch on September, but I was in call with Udit, and he spoil out the spoiler before I spoil something. So before the deal ends, we want to surprise all LTD users because we are rolling out the sub accounts mostly tomorrow. So everybody will get the benefits. Now there are different ideas on the sub accounts. Let me clear out those things. Sub accounts will be useful either to resell the thing or you can invite your client. It is like adding an agency under your PageMaker account. Let's say I have a product A, so I can use it like a product A, product B, product C. There are a couple of sub account I can create. For product A, I can create a multiple pages under that sub account. I can give the access to specific user of that sub account, and that is how I can manage my directories. Now, if I am not a product company, I am a service company. I want to invite a clients, so I can invite client A, client B, client C. I can assign the pages to client A under the client A's workspace. We will not call it as a sub account, but we will call it as a workspace. So add new workspace is like a add new client or add new product or add new reseller. Now, if someone in a LTD buyer who are heavy resellers, so they want to resell it, they want to stake it for a future and want to resell it when the PageMaker having a big values. So for those users, they can create a workspace, they can resell it to someone, and that is how they can use. So based on your need, you have to decide like how you're going to use this sub account or workspace feature.
I see, I see. Awesome. Right. So you're saying that the sub accounts or workspaces will be pushed out just before the deal ends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Right. So this is now an open secret to everyone. Right. So if you guys want the sub account access, it's going to be out just before the deal ends. Right. So definitely do check out PageMaker. The link is in the description. Right. Go ahead, click it, and purchase your PageMaker lifetime deal. Right. So we have a question here on Plan B and Plan D that you have on this what do you call it? Peach ground. Sorry, this just lost my train of thoughts over there. Yeah. So could you share a little bit about what the difference between Plan B and Plan C as well Plan D over here? So one is a large business plan and one is a sub account reseller.
So yeah, I have added my comments in the reply for that user. There are two different users. One who wants to resell or use the reseller account, or one is an individual. So those who are an individual, those who don't want to worry about reselling or creating an agency accounts or workspaces, they should grab the plan A or B, because plan A and B having a unlimited custom domains. We will not going to restrict them as they are using it individually, while the reseller plan having the limitations on custom domains. The plan A with plan C with $69 reseller account having only 5 custom domains, which will be shared across all the workspaces. Same way, plan B having a 25 custom domain, which will be shared across 20 spaces.
Awesome.
And same way for plan D, plan E, it will be having the unlimited workspaces, but only 125 custom domains. So they can create unlimited workspaces, they can invite clients, but their client will not able to point out the domain, custom domain on that workspaces, because the custom domain limitation is 125 only. Now, how they will get benefits? So they can create the pages, they can export the pages, they can upload it to some other servers like a WordPress or Shopify or wherever they want. So they can use it like that, because we have to put some restrictions on a custom domains on a higher plan. Otherwise, it will be an infinite solution for end user. And when we roll out our subscription model, it can create a big problem to us. People can sell in $5 sub account with unlimited subdomains. That is not what we wanted.
Yeah. So you're saying that for Plan B, you actually get unlimited custom domains,
Correct.
right? But you don't have any sub accounts. But for Plan E, you get 125 custom domains, but you get unlimited sub accounts.
Correct.
I see. Okay, so that's the difference.
I already submitted the link in a comment to that reply that I have explained how the resellers and individual plans are different from each other. I have write a blog on community page on PageGround where I have tried to explain all the things very deeply. So you just check it out if you have any doubts in choosing a plan.
Yeah. So the link is over here. Right. Go ahead, click on it. If you guys have any questions between the business plan and the reseller plan, right? Okay. And we have Alex here that asked something that has to do with the sub account as well. So I'll just bring his question up first. Does the sub account has the same number of custom domains as the main account? I guess
So,
is the limit on the custom domain on throughout the entire account, or does every sub account get the, let's say, 25? I think it's 25. 25 custom domains. Like that means 25 times 25, something like that.
No, it won't be 25 multiplied by 25. It will be 25 across all the sub accounts.
Okay, so it's 25, Alex, right? So it's 25, 25 or 125 across your entire account. Okay?
Correct.
Right. So let's pull up a little bit more questions here. Right. Okay, so this is the question here that I think everyone is very curious about. Will that, okay, I guess Eli is just trying to joke around in the comments.
Yes.
Right,
Yes,
definitely you can. Right, definitely you can. You can sell anything through Pagemaker. Right. So will there be multi pages? Right. So the feature is still under consideration with 57 votes. Right. So I guess will you be adding like a funnel kind of feature? We have like a landing page and then a sale page and a checkout page and a thank you page, something like that.
So yeah, go on, Seth.
So as we said before, we do plan on releasing a multi-page feature, but right now the focus is building the foundation of the editor. Without that, we're not going to have a good foundation to stand on, but we do plan on having a and it'll be our spin on it, kind of like we're doing with the workstation. And I know Kaushal could talk more on that.
So multi-page feature and the e-commerce inbuilt payment gateway integration features, these are the most demanded features. But understand guys, these are not the small features. When we take up this feature into consideration, it will take 2 or 3 months in development because it is architectural changes at the product. So it is not a small task. Why we are working on a small task and not considering these big tasks? Because once we complete the small task, you will be able to get benefits quickly. Though we have these features in our roadmap, we know this needs to be done. It must be having to be there in the PageMaker. We will definitely work on those soon. But just give us some time. Let us wrap up things and the builders mostly. Then definitely multi-page and inbuilt pages will be our priority because it is highly demanded. We are not we are not disrespecting votes. We are considering and looking at each particular feedback very deeply.
Okay, so whoever asked this question, so basically what Seth and Kaushal is saying is that they got to make sure that the page builder is solid right before they start rolling out multi pages or funnel kind of a tool for that kind of features, right? So what solutions in the marketplace currently do you look up to from a functionality perspective? So I guess they are trying to say, are you all taking any references from other similar tools that are on the market out there?
Absolutely. That's the best ingredients for success is to emulate the strongest leaders in the space, take certain functionalities and features, and then build it into the tool. So I'm a big fan of not having to reinvent the wheel. Why why do that when there's market leaders? So I know a lot of PageMaker is our innovation, but we also do go and do our research and see what functionalities and features are working on different tools and how we can build them into PageMaker.
Awesome.
Webflow and all like all the leaders, but Webflow I would say is definitely one because they they're one of the biggest leaders in the space and their their growth is to the moon and it's something that we like and enjoy. Absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, I guess they are taking a lot of references from other tools out there, especially Webflow. And we have a question here. This has to be will they be forced to change the name due to Adobe PageMaker? Right? So Adobe has a similar brand name, pretty much the same exact name. I would say. Will you have any copyright issue? I would say. Or copyright or trademark issues.
So there are many different companies that use PageMaker in some form in their name, and as well as the trademarks. I know the majority of them have been canceled since then. We're going to stick to PageMaker, and just like anything else in life that throws obstacles and hurdles, should there be a situation, we will pivot and we will make the best of it. But as of now, we are PageMaker, and we plan on being PageMaker for as long and for the rest of our entire career as a startup.
Yeah, so I guess because Seth has some experience in terms of trademarks and stuff because you run your own private label, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think that they would have a big issue because Page and Maker is a very generic name. So when it doesn't really hold up in the court if you try to trademark that name, even if someone has the trademark on PageMaker. It is easy to be overruled, I would say, because the name is very generic. Yep. So, do you have a beta tester program for the builder? So, I guess maybe they want to test out your builder. Can they be a beta tester? Do you have any plans for that?
So as we have a big team, we already have those at our end. We still don't have a beta tester program, but as community wants, we will plan on that as well. So we will go out with some bunch of people Once they approve the feature, we can roll out to the community. So for time being, we don't have, but definitely when the team grows, when the product will grow, we have to think on that direction.
Yeah. So once they are at the stage where they are looking for beta tester, I'm sure they will put out the word, right? So we have a question here on the CDN. Can you confirm that PageMaker uses CDN to Southeast Asia like Singapore, Indonesia, Australia, New Zealand, right? So yeah. So because I guess the target audience is in this region. So will it be loading fast to people in Southeast Asia and the Pacific region?
We are using a CDN, third-party CDN services. I have to confirm for which data center they are providing to serve the images and media files. So I check that comment. I will get back to you on that comment after discussing with my technical team.
Yeah. So for this question, Kaushal will give us an update on this after the stream, and let's see. So how many breakpoints do you offer custom? I'm not
So
really sure
for
about the question here.
so
Maybe
time
Kaushal,
being,
you understand his question. Yeah. Go ahead.
if the user is asking if the user is asking about breakpoints or by means of layouts, then we have a four layouts: a mobile layout, then tablet layout, then the phablet layout, then laptop layout, and then the 4K HD layout. So there are five layouts which we are offering for a time being. You just have to design for a mobile layout. All other layout will be automatically get adjusted. You don't have to work on those things. Now, if you work on the if you work on the let's say a laptop layout, you have to work the directions because the upper direction will be automatically get adjusted. If you are making changes on a tablet, then you have to make those changes again into your mobile as well because other devices will be automatically adjusted, but the lower devices must be adjusted by yourself, making higher resolution, making changes on higher resolution devices. So that is how the builder is working. That's why we are calling it a mobile phone. Don't design in a web, but design in a mobile layout. You don't have to worry on those web layouts. It will be automatically adjusted. We have done the module in that way so that you don't have to worry on creating things other layouts.
Yeah, I'm actually in the PageMaker page editor here, and I can see it's always mobile first, right? It's always mobile first. You design on mobile first. They have tablet as well as a large tablet and laptop and desktop and a full width. I guess that's what it means by breakpoint, right? They got quite a few here that you can be designing for, but it's always mobile is always your default. So because most people are using the mobile phones nowadays, you got to design on the mobile platform first. That's what I would recommend as well, right? And we got a question from Jose Carr. Right? He asked, will PageMaker be able of offering fully working funnels with one-click upselling and cross-sells? So this is more than just the multi-pages question, but it's more. It's also on like one-click upselling and cross-sell. Will you have that plan? I guess this would be quite far down in the roadmap, right? But would you ever plan to have something like this?
So for a time being, if people would like to use the upsell, cross-sell, checkout, payments, we have a permalink integrations with a Shopify and WooCommerce. You can use the nice looking landing page, drive your traffic to your landing page. When someone will click on buy now, redirect them to the Shopify or WooCommerce checkout, where you can throw them the upsell or cross-sell. You can manage your payment. You can take an order. Your email will be sent. Your order processing will be managed easily. Those will be a nice smooth workflow. Now, if we talk about integrating you or reinventing all the things into PageMaker itself, now consider how many efforts it will take. We have to manage the products. We have to manage the orders. We have to manage the emails. We have to manage the payment gateways. Those are the tons of things we have to recreate. So for a time being, we are not focusing on that. If you want to use upsells, cross sells, you should use a link of a WooCommerce or Shopify, which are the industry leaders, which are the best platforms and having a tons of apps and plugins that you can use. So we will recommend, if you are waiting for that feature, it will take a lot of time. You should use it like creating a nice looking landing pages from the PageMaker, edit on your custom domain or main domain, drive the traffic to a Shopify or WooCommerce or Amazon checkout. That is what best for time being.
Yeah. So like Kaushal said, right, it's going to take a lot of time before they even get there, because they got to be able to, connect multi pages together, then add on that one-click upselling and cross-selling features. So that's going to take some time. So the recommendation is just to make use of PageMaker as a landing page first, then maybe wait for that feature to come, which will take some time, right? So we have Okay, so we have a question here. Did some upvotes? Okay, did some upvotes? Okay, did some upvotes? Hope you won't ignore the most requested feature, like some companies I know. Give at least explanation why you don't or can't make this feature, right? So, I guess what they are trying to say is that when we make feature requests, if it's not possible, could you add, I mean, if you reject the idea, right? If you reject the idea, would you be able to give us an explanation, maybe at least some kind of, at least address us a little bit when you reject those ideas? Because I guess what happens when people launch LTVs, right? There's always so many different features, and sometimes there's a lot of upvotes on one single idea, but it is always being ignored. I guess. So what could you maybe comment on that a little bit, Seth and Kaushal?
So it's a
Yeah,
balance.
Yep.
It's a balance
yeah,
to be fueled, but then at the same time, going down the proper roadmap and what is best for the technology. Obviously we would love to have multi-pages, we would love to have e-commerce and native payment integrations, but for right now, it doesn't make sense. We have to focus on the builder as well as the community, but we have to prioritize what's right for the technology. And all these features that are highly, highly requested will come, but it will come at the right time, not at the time where it'll impede on the performance of the builder.
Okay, that's a very very good answer from Seth, right? So I guess what Seth is trying to say is that if I mean these ideas are there and they're still there, is because they do plan to roll it out, but it takes time. That's all, right? Okay,
out
so
of yeah, I would say like there are tons of feature requested from the users. If we are delaying one features and rolling out the 9 features, then we are on a good path. We are not we are not ignoring all the features. You can see like CDN was released like a blazing fast. We launched in a week or 10 days. We released
Webhooks.
like it was a
Yeah.
request tool.
yeah,
So it is rolled out very quickly. Now we are rolling sub accounts and users invitation features. So before planned,
awesome.
we are rolling out those features. We will take the taking the feedback into consideration. I am again telling like every feedback, every like a feedback.pagemaker.io. We are keep checking on daily basis. We have a complete watch on that. Also, we have a complete watch on our Facebook group. Each comment, each feedback is taking into a consideration. So don't worry, we are checking everything properly and taking all the notes properly.
Awesome, right? Very good answer from Kaushal here. Uh, so, okay, so we have, let's see. Okay, so I guess this question is on Plan A. Plan A. It is not stated how many domains I can have for $69. Right. So there's no domains on Plan A. So is it just one custom domain?
No, there are 2 plans in $69. One is an individual plan, while second is a reseller plan. Plan A and
Yeah,
Plan C both are in $69. When you go for a Plan A, it will be a unlimited custom domains. While in Plan C, there are only 5 custom domains because it is a reseller plan. So if you
I
are
see.
working as an individual, we will ask you to grab the Plan A, which is the best plan for an individual.
I see. So the difference between Plan A and plan C has 5 custom domains, right? But plan A has unlimited custom domains. Just yeah, that's the difference. Except plan C has sub accounts, and for plan A and
Yeah.
B, so the difference between plan A and plan B is that plan B has unlimited domains, but it has unlimited active campaigns. So you can run like more than 15 active landing pages, right? So that's the difference between plan A and
Correct.
B,
Also,
and also A and C. Yeah, you have
in plan A,
something to
you
add
will
on?
only get the in plan A, you will only get the 15 campaigns. So when you want to create a 16th campaign, you have to delete either one of the 15, and then only you will able to create your 16th campaign. In plan B, you will get unlimited campaigns with unlimited custom domains, but you will not get this sub account or workspace feature. So for an individual, I would recommend to go with the plan A or B. And if you are a reseller or if you are an agency as well, then you should grab the two plans for you, for yourself, plan A or plan B, and for reselling to others, you should go with the plan C, D, and E. Many of our LTD buyers has did that. They grab the plan A or B for themselves for unlimited access, and for C, D, E for the reselling or inviting their client. So that is how many LTD buyers are doing, grabbing a two codes, one for themselves, one for resell or inviting a client.
I see, right. Okay, so basically, right, it's plan C, D, and E is more for reselling, right? So if you run an agency, that's what you want to use. If you want to use for yourself, then it will be better for you to grab plan A or plan D. So some people actually buy them both. Okay, so something that you guys can consider as well. If you run an agency and you run some businesses on your own, then you might want to grab plan A and B, or plan A or B, or as well as one from C, D, or E, something like that, right? So let's see. Okay, so which account should I get if I want to sell landing pages to a client? Will my client be able to view the statistics independently from it? So I guess I'll just answer this, right? You want to look at plan C, D, or E, right? And then so there's a comment for you guys as well. That would be an awesome competitive to Flow. I think that's a very good comment, positive comment for you guys. And right, so we have some people are saying that they want to. Will you guys be actually launching on AppSumo, right? Because you guys are currently on Pitchground, do you have plans to go on AppSumo? So I guess because on Pitchground, there are some people who don't have a good perception of it. I guess I don't really know what the history is, but that's what it is being said, right? And so a lot of LTVs actually go on to AppSumo as well. So some of them are actually considering to wait. Like what would you say to them? And do you have any plans to actually go on AppSumo?
Seth,
Yeah, maybe Seth, you want to go ahead. Sorry, we can't hear you. I guess is your microphone working?
Yeah. So we had an amazing experience working with Pitchground, and right now the team is currently exploring all different avenues. And by the end of the week, we will update everyone. But we are open to many different LTD platforms, but there's no ink on paper yet, and we will confirm once we kind of have a better understanding. But if we do come to a platform, it'll definitely be something of AppSumo, of that type of high quality LTD platform. Absolutely.
so for
Right.
for a time being, for a time being, if someone is looking for grabbing a deal, this is the best chance to grab the deal before 2nd August, because we are closing down on 2nd on Pitchground. We are not sure we will doing the LTD again in our entire life, or we might be doing in next couple of months as well. We are sure not clear on that direction, but we would love to fuel our energy on builder, on technology, on pushing the new features. And side by side, as Seth said, like if any opportunity hits, we will definitely grab the deals or grab the opportunities.
Yeah. So one thing I have to say for those of you who are thinking of waiting, right, is that most LTDs they are a little bit in the early stage, right? They launch on other platforms that are not AppSumo, okay? Because I guess sometimes AppSumo just rejects them as well, right? So you got to be somewhat developed before you actually go on to AppSumo as well. So they end up on the other LTD sites. So but what happens is that when the tool gets a little bit more developed and it goes on AppSumo, it's going to be at a much either a higher price or at with much lower limits, right? So usually that's kind of what happens. For example, next week they originally had a private LTD as well, but once they went on to AppSumo, right? AppSumo, the private LTD buyers actually get, I think, like double their credits or like another 50% onto their limits, and the price was way cheaper as well. It's like $49 per quote. Now it's I don't know what's the plan, but it's way higher right now. So if you want to grab PageMaker at a better deal, right? Definitely grab it right now through the link that's in the post description in there, right? So
Exactly.
I would, I would, I would add one funny comment. If we come
yeah,
into
go for it.
AppSumo, it won't be a reject. It will be a select.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that because PageMaker is a very interesting tool, and I think if AppSumo were to launch your deal as well, I think that they can also try and grab a different market share in terms of like Amazon related tools, because there's not much Amazon related tools that are on LTDs, and that's what I know of, right? There's only like one or two, but it's always like limited credits and stuff like that. So if you guys go on to AppSumo, I'm sure it's going to be on AppSumo Select as well, right? So definitely, guys, if you want to grab PageMaker, because you get unlimited domains on $69, and if you pay for Plan B, which is $147, you get unlimited custom domains, unlimited campaigns, which is more than enough for pretty much all of us, right? You are running a huge business just through Plan B itself, and if you want to be selling PageMaker, definitely look at the Plan C, D, or E. Okay, right? And let's see if there's any other question. Okay, so we have a question here, which I think is very interesting. It is over here, right? Which is, can I add sub account to Plan B? So that means they want their main account to have unlimited domains, but add the sub accounts to it, or maybe grab a Plan C, D, or E and add it to their current plan, which is on Plan B. Is that possible?
So
Rather than
stacking or
having the two different accounts just to manage everything.
stacking the codes is not there, and also merging the two different codes or two different plans together in one account, it is not there, and it is not even planned. Why we launched the reseller or sub account plans? Because it was requested and we have to put some limitations, otherwise it will be an endless game of reselling. So if you are an agency, you want to invite your client, we would recommend to go for CDE plan. If you are an individual, you are not bothered about inviting your client, then you should go with the plan B. Because in plan B, you are getting unlimited pages, though you cannot, create a different workspaces or directories, but you will able to do unlimited landing pages in plan B.
Okay, so the answer is basically you can't merge them at the moment. Do you have any plans? Let's say if I were to purchase Plan B and Plan E right now, in the future, will you be able to allow us to merge them into a single account, maybe?
No. For we have not planned that, and we are not even planning as well. You should keep those two accounts separate, because both the accounts have a different perspective, with different vision to each plan having their own meaning. So that's why we want to keep it separate.
Okay, right. So you guys have the answer here. It will be, let's say, if you want to use it for your own business, get plan A or B in one single account, and then when you want to resell that, you get plan C, D, or E in a separate account. Okay, so hopefully that answers all your questions. I guess this is so yeah, this is a very good comment right here, right? So why will you wait, right? The cost should be higher, right? So if they are going to go on maybe AppSumo or anytime they launch another LTD, it is likely going to be a higher cost or at a lower limits, right? And we have a very good comment right here is that if you will ever launch on any other LTD platform in the future, will you honor your early adopters by upgrading their limits?
Yes, that is the basic thing for as a company we have to make sure that early adopters get the best whatever, because they help us in pushing the product to the next level. So we will make sure they will get their upgraded limits. Don't worry on that. If we are ever launching anything new in other LTD platforms, maybe in future they will get the best benefit.
Yeah, awesome, right? That's a very good answer. So I think we have already covered most of the community questions here. We may get more when people watch the replay, and then maybe you guys can answer them if you want to, if you come across it, right? Otherwise, I guess that's all I have to ask both of you. Thanks for being here. But before I end off this stream, do you have anything to say, right, Seth and Kaushal? Do you have anything to say before I end off the stream?
I'd like to say that we're just grateful for the LTD community. It's taught us a lot about our technology, and it's giving us the momentum to build better technology. And we have an impressive roadmap that's going to include native Shopify integrations, AI copywriting, and many exciting technologies. And we want to be the first to bring it to market.
How about you, Kaushal?
Yeah, as Seth mentioned, we are focusing more on pushing this product to the next level, and we are very helpful to get this LTD community. This is our first LTD. We did the product. This is our first LTD experience. I'm overwhelmed with the LTD community's feedback. I'm overwhelmed with the friends that I got in LTD community. So we are very happy, and we will take this forward, take this product to the next level very soon.
Awesome, right? I just have one thing that I kind of saw on your ideas roadmap here, right? Is there's this particular suggestion from Dean. It says image optimization, right? So is it possible to have, let's say, can we like connect a image optimizer such as ShopPixel, maybe have an API that optimizes those images when we upload them on PageMaker? Would these be really planned soon?
Yeah, so currently we are not optimizing the images for specific devices. Though we are optimizing images already with libraries, coding libraries. Like when you upload a 1 MB or 2 MB image, we are compressing with the code. But for a time being, it is not optimized for devices. So we have that in our roadmap because we already achieved those in our other SaaS products. We just have to replicate the same logic in a PageMaker so that for each specific devices, the version of the images, the size of the images will be very automatically. You don't have to worry about optimizing by third-party apps, or you don't have to worry on uploading a different images on a different devices.
So the optimization technology is actually from you guys. You guys build the technology, or is actually optimized on your end, right? It's not through an API to a different image optimizer.
We are going to use the image optimizer, third-party image optimizer itself, but we will natively integrate, so you don't have to worry about optimizing at your end or integrating with some other third-party apps for image optimization. We will give a feature where on the fly we will do it on behalf of you, and you will not even bother like how it will happen.
in the background. Yeah.
Awesome. And we don't have to spend our credits from using the other tools, right? Right. That's awesome, right? I think it's been a great session today. Thanks, Seth and Kaushal, to be being here. I hope you guys check out the PageMaker. We have a very solid comment here. It says, "Thank you. Hope your product is solid and will evolve with time. Your business plan comes out as you plan, and your visions come true. Most success for you." Right? Who is this? This is Jack. This is one of our community members.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, right. So I wish you both all the best as well. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more updates on PageMaker, and hopefully before you end off your LTV, you get more buyers coming in, and all the best to your lifetime deal. Right.
Thank you, Henry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.